All right, guys, check this out. I'm going to show you my 1-year review on our 2023 Grand Design Reflection 324 MBS. Let's do this. Well, we're at the 1-year mark, and we're going to have a little bit of change for camping season for a trailer this year. And we just swapped everything out of this trailer, got the Can-Am packed, because we're going to go back to a travel trailer. This has been a great trailer. So I want to do a real quick 1-year review on the 2023 Grand Design Reflection 324 MBS. We spent a bunch of time researching this trailer when we pulled the trigger. We wanted the shortest fifth wheel bunk setup, but still gave us a lot of features we were looking for, like a little bit of an outdoor kitchen, decent sized bunks, good quality, not too heavy. And this really fit the bill for length. This is just right at 37 feet. There's other longer models that have more features. We just don't want a fifth wheel that big. And honestly, we would have been happy with a trailer like this 2 foot shorter. We ended up landing on the 324 MBS. We bought this from General RV, and I want to kind of go over some of the things I really like, some of the areas where I'd like to see maybe some changes in the future, and just my overall thoughts on this trailer. So first off, we pulled this with a 2023 Ford F-350 short bed high output diesel. We also had a Cummins we were going to tow with this year. We just unfortunately never got around to. We used a Pull-Right Super Glide. One of the areas I really like about this trailer is the storage. Check out the garage up front. So the gentleman who's buying this trailer from us, actually a local Michigan person, he's actually going to be purchasing the generator I had purchased for this, just never got around to using it. I broke it in and set it in there, but look at how much room you got in here. You've got a generator set in here, and you still have this much storage. This is great. And actually, I think you can actually build a generator setup to sit in here, like almost like a Cummins Onan setup. But in general, the storage is really nice. And if you ever had to do some work in the future on your stabilizing jacks, they're easily able to get to. And there's your battery box with your solar. Now we go to the side. This pass-through storage is incredible. One of my favorite features of this trailer. But before we get to the pass-through storage, this is a really cool little tub design where you can snake all your wiring and hoses right through the side. I really like that. And then this did come with the outdoor shower setup where you can hook a quick disconnect fitting to it. You've got your cable connections. You've got all your different settings for the Nautilus system for the different types of camping, whether city, dry, power, fill tank, winterize, sanitize. You can go all through this fun stuff. If we go behind this area, and I've got this screwed in at the moment, but if we get behind here, that's where you can access your 12-volt pump and just some of your water heater valves as well. This has the Lippert ground control auto leveling system. In the year we own this, we didn't use this trailer a whole lot, but I never had one glitch, one issue, and it always leveled the trailer perfectly. So I'm 2 for 2 on these auto leveling Lippert systems. I think they're pretty good. It also has the Tire Link tire pressure monitoring system. In all fairness, I'm not a huge fan of this system. I think the TST tire pressure monitoring system is a better system, but it did come as one of the options on this trailer, so I ran it. And my issue with this is I just don't like that you have to run an app, and the alert in the trailer is okay, but I like the TST display. So they maybe now include that as an option, but it didn't when we got this. The pass-through storage is massive. And also just look at the construction here. It's pretty good. You got aluminum frame. You got this like nice material. I don't know what you call it, like a thermal barrier that covers up the wood and the flooring. You got really nice venting for your ductwork. Just general, this is a pretty quality setup if you look inside of here. And you have a sensing light for motion, or you can just use it as regular. This has the on-demand water heater system. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is incredible. Unlimited hot water. I don't care how cold the water was in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Our water was always steaming hot, so I really like that. Furnace works great, and that is an area where I think Grand Design hits a home run. They have such uniform heat and cool inside of the trailer from front to rear. You never really notice any hot or cold spots. 2 huge 30-gallon propane tanks with a switch from side to side. And what's amazing is, of the trips we did last year, we never went through our propane, which I was really happy about. Once again, here's the other side for the pass-through storage. You can just kind of see how big this is. You've got an auto disconnect for your battery here, which is really nice. Probably going to kick out and make noise inside. And then you got a backup crank arm for your stabilizing jacks, and another one of these storage areas where you can snake your lines through with a motion sensing light. Now if we go to this area for the outdoor kitchen, So I used to think outdoor kitchens were a total waste of money. I just think it was kind of gimmicky, and probably to some people it still is. But man, once you get an outdoor kitchen, it kind of spoils you. Having your beverages outside is awesome. Having your griddle outside is really awesome. And you've got a little storage in between. This is an area I'd like to see bigger, because I am spoiled by having a sink in an outdoor kitchen. But Grand Design sort of addresses that. You've got your spray port here, so you can hook a hose here, and we would just put a little washing station near it. So it's not a bad option. Refrigerator worked good, never had anything freeze up, never had anything get too hot. The griddle actually works pretty good. Surprisingly, I thought maybe being some off-brand griddle, it wouldn't work well, but it actually worked really good. It had good power. Even in the wind, it would get hot, and the grease trap worked pretty decent. The slide mechanism worked pretty decent. The only area I had an issue with was the gas line. First time we used it, it was routed goofy, and it actually rubbed on the back of the griddle, and I had to replace the gas line. But that's not a big deal. In general, this is a really nice system. One of the things I really like about griddles in a travel trailer fifth wheel versus, say, like our Weber Q grill is grease. I can capture almost all the grease in this little grease trap here, and by doing so, I think there's less of a chance of critters smelling any food and debris in there. So I think this is, to me, one of the better hot surfaces for cooking besides just an electric griddle in a trailer. We use the outlet quite a bit in there, and you have a motion sensing light in there as well. Another thing that I noticed is this area, when you are cooking for a while, it does get kind of warm. So keep that in mind. Onto these steps. These steps are really nice. At first, I didn't really see the purpose of this, but how these fold up is actually really cool. The whole point of why this step kind of folds up is so you can knock the dirt off before you fold this back up into the trailer. So I like that. Continuing on to the back of the trailer, we actually put these little command strip little hooks on the side of the trailer. And this is where we would actually hang a display for the kids watching like a TV at night, like the projector setups. That worked really cool. Ground control jacks in the rear worked really well. This also has the Goodyear Endurance Made in America tires. This is a tire that, to me, I think every trailer should have. I'm pretty happy with these. Never had a problem with them, knock on wood. They work great. And this did come with the MoreRide CRE 3000 suspension with the wet bolt. So I greased the suspension. Works great. I really like that. I think that's the first trailer I've had with that system. Pretty happy with that. If we go out through the back, it's nice having a ladder on the back of these trailers. I really like that big, huge viewing area in the rear as well. I did just kind of ceramic coat some of the black in this area, but overall, you got a lot of good windows on this side of the trailer. On the back, LED lights, exterior, had no issues there as well. All right, let's go in the trailer now. So this is in the trailering position. So you can kind of see all the slides in and kind of what it looks like. Nice lighting. Everything is kind of out of a way. Another area I'd like to see a little bit of improvement here is the strap that holds the refrigerator door shut is not adequate. If you've got any food in the doors, these things will still pop open. So what we just did is we would actually take a little piece of duct tape each trip. Just put a little piece over this and back onto the main frame of the trailer on both of the refrigerator, just to kind of make sure it stayed shut. But you can kind of see this is what it looks like with all of the doors shut. Also, haven't had any lighting issues. Everything's worked good. And that vent up there is awesome. That's one of those Max Air vents, I believe. Yep, Max Air, and you can just change the different settings on it. Just have it open or open with the vent. Air conditioning. The main air conditioning in this thing is incredible. It's got great power. And even in 85-degree days, we didn't even really need to run the front air conditioner. That was just nice at night to turn on. I was really impressed with how good that was. Plus, the other thing I liked about that was just how quiet it was. It's not a loud air conditioner, which I can respect, especially when you got little kids sleeping in here. All right, let's put the slides out now. I've not had one slide issue, seal issue, inside or outside. That's been nice. This has I think it's like the cable system, or no, sorry, it's actually the gear drive setup on the bottom, and I think this is Schwintek on that side. And last one. All right, all the slides out. Hey, I'm gonna put a link down below. These little, I don't know what you call them, like a silicone little rug area. These things are awesome. We put them right by our main door and then in the kitchen area. Number one, they catch dirt. You can wash them. It's a little extra protection, a little less wear and tear in the trailer floors, like that. Let's go over this thing. I like that they got away from the carpetless slides, and this fits really nice and flush. And The Thomas Paine couch in this thing is really nice. You get the heat, you get vibrating, and then you get lighting down below. Never had a problem with any of those features as well. These also come out. This gives you the really nice reclining feature on all three. Very nice. Shades, I did have to make some adjustments on the shades, but the shades are really nice and they are darkening. Storage above there, storage below there, storage to the side, storage there, storage all below there. This thing has amazing storage. The pantry in this thing is phenomenal. Just awesome. You got these nice little lips in here that just kind of keep everything from rolling off. Plus you have a light above that you can run motion sensing or just on and off. We kind of set up our storage this way. Lighting above there, it's on, but here's what's cool. You can hold it down and then it dims also. How cool is that? Have the same type of lighting on this side as well. You got your switch up there, so then this kind of comes down from there. Great storage above. This has the Jensen stereo for this year with really good storage above. This TV works great. Fireplace works good. I know this is a little bit of a controversial topic to some people. I like the separated range and oven. I think it looks really nice. I know they went away from that for 24, but I actually prefer the looks of that. I think that looks nice. A large microwave, that's useful. We typically use the oven in range more when we camp. Another feature that probably a lot of trailers have now, but this was new for us. I like this feature where you have to hold the button down, or if you let it up too early, this will not keep the gas going. So if kids touch this, you're not just pumping gas into the inside of the trailer for a potential, dangerous situation. And let me just show you how that works. Press this down, I'm gonna ignite, and I'm gonna let up. See how it just killed it? That is really cool. It stops the gas flow. Got my range extender going in here from when we wanted to camp inside the house from out here. Outlet right there is nice. Nice storage below. And then you've got that hard counter space for there as well. This is a really cool little barn style door that kind of slides, which gives you privacy at night. It's dark. Really like that for allowing the boys to sleep at night. In here, great storage. Put some command strips there just to hang the boys' stuff. This area heated and cooled just as good as the rest of the trailer, which I was really worried about, like the boys sleeping at night. Are they gonna be hot? They can be cold, and we're gonna not be sleeping good? Nope, worked great. Room darkening shade on all three levels, which was nice. And then you got air conditioning and heat. Huge storage up above and below with all of your controls and storage below the bed. We go through the main area here. And then we have our bathroom. Nice porcelain toilet, worked good. Good storage here. You got your standard fan here, more of the old school design, but it still works great and functional. This model still has the skylight above, which is nice. Controls for the shower. This is a great control setup for the shower. I really like this little thing. I think this is a great little feature it comes with. And this is gonna sound funny, but I don't know how to explain it, but this shower is one of the nicest showers I think we've ever had on a trailer. It feels firm. It doesn't give that flexy, like really junky feel that some trailers have, but it also has like a foam or something underneath. It's got just a pleasant feel on your feet. Good storage below, good storage above, and then you've even got a vent down below for your feet. You do have to mount your toilet roll holder there. Nice storage vanity area there. And then this is where you control your on-demand water system, which is really cool. Never had a hiccup, works great. And then this is a good little shower area as well, which I really, really like. Move into this area. We have our mattress out right now. We got to bring in for the season. But a theme that you'll see through the trailer, most of the vents are not on the floor. You've only got two vents on the flat floor, one behind the toilet and one in the bedroom. I like that this main area here does not have the vents on the floor flush, because otherwise you push dirt into them when they're on the floor. I like that it's on the side there. That's a great idea by Grand Design. All the floors feel really nice and solid. An area where I think Grand Design's always done a good job is just kind of the fit and finish. If you just look around, all the doors look straight, all the hinges look straight. Just the attention to detail for the little pieces look really nice. I mean, we can continue through all of this stuff. It just looks really nice. This has a nice little area for your clothes. You can put a TV on this wall over here, which is nice. And then a step up for the bed, storage above, independent controls for the light on each side, plus above, plus you can hook your phones to the side outlets. Plus there is a 12-volt connection for your cell phones there if you want, with a nice little tray above if you want to put your phones up here at night. And here's another little finish that's nice. your phone's not just gonna slip off because they put like a little edge up there. So little things like that I just think are cool that Grand Design does, these little finishing touches. And an air conditioning above there. So what's my overall opinion of this trailer after having it for a year? So if you've ever had a trailer before, you will learn there is no such thing as a perfect trailer. There's all gives and takes. But overall, I would buy this fifth wheel again in a minute. I don't see a better value mid-bunk fifth wheel out there. If you wanted more premium than this, you could jump to a Solitude, or you could actually, the one that I would probably go to if you wanted to spend more money would be the Brinkley. Brinkley makes a version like this, same layout, just $40,000 more expensive. You gotta ask if it's worth it. It's a sweet trailer. I don't think it is, but it is a really nice trailer. All right, some areas where I'd like to see Grand Design improve. See that little cap thing? I had to put that on. All these gated valve trailers, not just Grand Design, every single trailer that has a gated valve, you basically have to put one of those on, or you will get a mouthful of poopy water the next time you hook up to your full campsite. So I would get rid of that. I think it should have came with that from the factory. Also, here's another area that's really nice, is it's got this nice little light while you're working on your connections at night. I think that's pretty cool. Another area I'd like to see Grand Design improve upon is this battery box area. I think it's kind of funny that everything is routed nice and looks pretty decent, but how they run the wires through this battery box, I just don't think is the best idea. It kind of pulls the wires from the back, and I really think it should be, they should have like a channel that comes through here. And I've actually talked to Grand Design on the phone about this, and their recommendation was kind of just drill a hole through the back and snake it through. But this is the wire hole that it's supposed to come from the factory. The problem is it's not big enough to fit two of your wires for your solar and your wire. I feel like that should be done from the factory, and you shouldn't have to do that after the fact. Not a big deal. I mean, we're splitting hairs. Another thing, I think this camp kitchen area, I don't like how it gets pretty warm in this area. You kind of got to watch stuff in that back area. That gets kind of warm. I just kind of keep an eye on that. The other thing is this handrail. They changed this in late 23 and went to the longer handrail. So I'm glad to see they did change that. Moving into the trailer, things I change. I think they need to come up with a better system to secure this door because it just doesn't work great going down the road. It's an easy fix, but it should be addressed. Little things like the couch, how it was secured to the slide, they didn't screw it down correctly, and all three of these individual cushions I had to reattach to the slide. Once again, not a big deal, took about 2 minutes to fix, but you shouldn't have to do that. That shade, and that shade, those three shades, first time I used, the spring didn't have enough tension on it. General or Grand Design should have addressed that before it left the factory. Once again, not a big deal, but I would have liked to have not had to deal with that. This door handle worked great, but it was squeaky from the factory. I just sprayed a little WD-40 in the latch. No problem, easy fix. Another area, I did have to replace this outlet. The outlet worked. The problem is how it was sandwiched from the factory behind this back wall. There's a little like clasp that holds this on in the corners, and it actually broke. So I actually had to put a new outlet in there. It's like a $4 fix. It took maybe 15 minutes. Not a big deal. But I think they might have addressed that now for this next year. Bunker room seems pretty decent. I didn't see any problems there. See this little green light here? This is a green light kind of letting you know you got 12 volt where you can charge your phones. But believe it or not, that's pretty bright at night. So we just take a little piece of like duct tape just to kind of cover that up at night. Not a big deal, but it's an area where it'd be nice if there's a little cover that kind of went over it. Once again, not a big deal. Moving through this main area. This panel system is probably my favorite. I do really like that. I like that it connects to the app. The system works good. I have no issues there. In the bathroom, everything in here I like. The sensing lights work good, but I did not like how this area was caulked. And if we were taking a shower and water kind of hit this area, sometimes we'd find water that would snake through here. So I actually reached out to Grand Design and they told me, you know, what you could do. Dealing with General and their service and months of just BS is just not worth dealing with them. So I actually fixed this myself. I pulled this frame out and just recaulked the bottom just because I just didn't like how it was done. Not a big deal. Once again though, I would have preferred not to have to have done that. This system here to hold the trifold doors, I think is really nice, and it's pretty nice and secure also. When you're going down the road, it feels solid. I like the skylight above. The shower's great. Nothing else in here. I've not had any other issues. The bedroom area, great. Got no issues there. All the windows, everything has worked great here. All the flooring, I've got no issues there as well. The U-dinette works great. Storage down below, no issues. Exterior coating and just the finishes when I go down the walls, everything looks good. I have been over the roof and the roof looked pretty good. I washed it twice this year just to kind of get it ready for the season. All the seals along the slides looked good. I didn't notice anything that looked out of place. The front nose has held up really great. I typically, as soon as I get home from every camping trip, I wash this whole thing with like a Meguiar's wash and wax. I like that it's got a lighting for hooking up at night there. That's kind of cool. This is the first time I've had the electric stabilizing jacks. Our last trailer had the 7-point, I think it was called like the 7-point or 6-point hydraulic system, and that worked great as well. Towing down the road, this thing's a beautiful trailer. It says 1,900 pounds pin hitch weight, but I think it's a little heavier than that. When you're loaded up, you're probably more in the 2,500 to 2,800 pound range. As far as modifications, I did a max air vent cover on 2 of the covers on the roof. Purchased a 50 amp to 110 converter. That's just nice to have. They're 15 bucks on Amazon. If you're interested, I'll put a link down below. I wanted a little extra capacity for our hoses, so I added another one of these hoses. That was a nice little add. I've never used one of these before, but that worked pretty great. I put a Furrion 7S camera system on there. That worked really great. And that would be, honestly, all my complaints for the inside and outside of the trailer. And there she goes to the new owners. Pretty nice setup. Sierra sets pretty level too with the Grand Design reflection. So if anyone's got a 2500, it's good to know. My overall take on this trailer is, honestly, I think it's a great trailer. I would buy the exact same thing again. I'd recommend it to somebody. For the money, I think it's a pretty good value trailer. Are there areas to improve? For sure. Every single trailer could use areas to improve. But I still think it's good value, and I would give Grand Design a 9 out of 10 as far as overall value quality. I hope you like this video. If you'd like to see more of these, feel free to leave some comments down below, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.